Hello, my name is Ryan Tabor and I'm a solutions consultant with Beyond 20. Today I'd like to tell you some advanced features available through Matrices. Matrices can be effective ways to display complicated data and to display calculations that would not be possible in other widgets. In this video, we're going to explore displaying multiple business objects, performing calculations across those business objects, and incorporating those calculations into the display of the widget itself. Additionally, we will examine different ways to display the matrix to help make it more user-friendly. To get started, we are going to be in our Blue client, and we are going to edit the Global IT dashboard. Create a new widget. I'm going to make a widget that displays the sum of incidents and tasks for each user in the system. To get started, I will give it a name, and I will select a type of matrix. I will select a primary business object of incident, and I will change my rows to come from a field. The reason I am choosing a field is because I want to form my rows based off of the users. The field list for rows is defined down here under Field for List of Rows. Because I wanted this to display for technicians, I will select Incident, Owned by, which holds the users in the system, and I will change my date values to be any. For my columns, I will first add a numeric column for incident. My business object is already set to the default, which is incident, and the field I'll use to split incidents between rows will be the owned by. Value by default is set to number of records. Next, I will add a column for tasks. I will change my business object to show tasks. As you can see, it is not present. That's because the business objects from this dropdown are major business objects. To see supporting business objects, we will click Show All. Now we can select tasks. The field we will use to split between rows needs to be the same that we're using to split between incidents. This means they need to hold the same data. Otherwise, we will have additional rows that clutter our display. As before, the value by default is set to number of records. Finally, I would like to see the sum of incidents and tasks. For this, I will add a calculated column. As I right-click, I see the top selection for matrix has access to the data contained in the columns. If I so wished, I could add modifiers to this data. The format by default will have no decimal places, and the text position will be in the center. I could define color text as well, for instance, if I wished large values to appear as red. Let's see how we did. I will add the matrix onto our dashboard. As you can see, we have our numbers of incidents and tasks and the sum of both of these items of work. As you can also see, I am required to scroll up and down to view this data. If we have limited real estate on our dashboard, it may be worthwhile to limit what rows display and which ones don't. I will choose to do this based off of the total. In our instance, I will say that I am not interested in viewing any records that have total numbers of work less than 5. I will go back to Widget Properties, and I will change the visibility. In Logical Expressions, you can see that I have access to the column data. I will select Total greater than or equal to 5. This will display values that are 5 or above. After saving that widget, we will refresh our dashboard. Excellent. Now, we have returned only users in the system that have total units of work greater than 5. Personally, I do not like the way this is being displayed. there is a lot of space between Andrew Sims and Bruce Robertson. I would like to define a set height for these columns, and to give contrast between the rows. To do this, navigate to Appearance. I will set a fixed height row of 25, and highlight alternate rows with black. This will provide sharp contrast between our rows of data. As you can see, this takes up significantly less real estate on the widget, and provides sharp contrast between our different technicians. Thank you very much. This has been a deeper dive into the inner workings of matrices. Hopefully this has sparked some ideas of what you can do with your data sets. Thank you very much, and we'll see you next time.